Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for Kujira no Kora wa Sajou ni Utau, or Children of the Whales. Episode 8 is this week. Sorry I'm like a day behind on this actually, but either way, and I actually don't know if I'll be able to post it tonight, so maybe 2 days behind by the time you're watching it. But either way, thought it was really good. I feel like every episode's really good. I don't know. This one wasn't my favorite. I think it focused mostly on Leo Dari, was that his name? I keep forgetting if it's like Leo Dari or Leon Dari, but I think it's just Leo Dari. So yeah, I don't know. I really liked the episode, but I didn't care that much about that character, and it spent a lot of time with them, so I was kind of like, whatever. It did make me feel for the character some. Still kind of wanted them to die, but I felt for them a bit when they did, even though I did kind of want it, just because I didn't trust them to not murder children and all that. But either way, starting from the beginning, we find out that Liko says that it's taboo to kill people before a noose, and only her brother would commit such barbaric action. Oni, the constant MVP, comes in for the clutch, putting a knife to the guy's throat so Likos and Chakuro can try to go for the noose. Oni gets shot in the leg though, and they all get held up, and it's not looking too great for them. Also not looking too great for Nibi Moja, whose real name I don't know, who I thought was a girl last episode, but apparently is a guy, and Ginshu. They're pinned down by gunfire back at the gate, and Nibi vanishes. There's one of two things I see happening here. Either he comes in for the save by killing the noose, he snuck off to kill it, or he comes in for the save just getting killed in Oni's place and saving him, because I don't have high prospects for Nibi's survival. But maybe, just maybe, he can survive and kill the noose. That would be a happier ending for Nibi. We have another little insert song from Emma. I believe that was the one that has the powers and stuff, and I'm not sure the difference between Emma and Neri. They said Neri's with the mother now, and this is the mother Felena. It is just the whole Emma Neri thing is super confusing, and yeah, we'll get more info on that in the future, I'm assuming. But at least for now, it's super confusing. And a lot of things I find it weird that they don't think are confusing. Like, none of the citizens are like, well, who the hell are Neri and Emma then? If they're like the children of the noose, who the hell are they? And when all the hands start coming out and stuff, none of them are like, what the hell? There's freaky hands coming out everywhere. They're all just like, oh hey, hands, they're warm and stuff. All this crazy stuff happens, and I know they live in like a crazy fantasy world, but they still just, this completely new, really stuff that seems like it should shock them. They're just like, oh yeah, hey. They just take it for what it is, which I find kind of weird. We have Leo Dari versus Captain Eyepatch, though. Suo sees a vision of Neri or Emma or whichever it was. He knows Neri. I think the only one that Emma has actually used that name toward is Chakuro. But either way, he sees them and he gets a glimpse into Leo Dari's past. Apparently Leo Dari has emotions because the emotions from the noose, when he went to see it, instead of taking his emotions from it flowed back into him, so he got to see a bunch of other people's pasts and hearts, and because of that, he thought that emotions were a great and wonderful and fun thing, but he kind of took it too far and got warped, not because of the emotion, but because of the people around him. No matter what he did, they'd never really have a reaction. They wouldn't feel emotion. He was the only one with emotion, surrounded by people who didn't have it, and that is what drove him to be kind of crazy. And I like how we always said, I'm not crazy, the world's crazy and stuff. It showed a look into who he was. He knew that emotions were good, but nobody around was going to believe him. They were just going to write him off as crazy, and that eventually did drive him crazy. Back from that, Suo tries to recruit him eventually, but Captain Eyepatch just demolishes him. He's like, nope, none of this. Leo Dari says he wants people to react to him. He wants that fear, that anger, and all that sadness. And he says, I'm not joining you, I want to kill you because you'll actually give me that reaction. And then he gets presumably killed by a bunch of kids, which I thought was great, and it was super sad seeing him beg for his life. But, also kind of poetic that he was killed by the scared children and stuff. And I kind of think I didn't want him to die. I wanted him to become a good guy, but I'm okay with him dying if it means he doesn't kill the children. The Balmoles are watching the prisoner. These two guys show up, Shikon and Shikaku, who seem to be twins, and I don't remember ever seeing them in the series thus far, so they just came out of the woodwork, or the mudwork, as it were. Yeah, so they're there too now, and they're like, hey, Oni's a conformist. He's gone mainstream. And Oni's friends are like, no, get out of here with that bullshit. And they stick to the bullshit, and that's kind of all we see of them. I guess it progressed those characters, but again, it was kind of weird, and I was like, well, we don't know these characters very well, and now we're getting a little glimpse into what they think and do, but I kind of want to see more of the characters who are important right now. So yeah, and that's kind of where it ends. We see back at the end Oni pressed up against the wall and all that, presumably about to be killed, but we know that's not going to happen. He's going to get saved either by the noose being destroyed or by Nibi sacrificing himself. So yeah, not really sure, because I really liked it and enjoyed it, and I loved seeing all we did of the new characters. Getting into Leodari's past was cool, even though he died because of it. Suo was probably my favorite character. I really enjoy Suo, so I liked seeing his part in the episode. But for the most part, we spent a lot of times with characters that are whatever, instead of characters that are important, like Chakro, Lycos, and Oni, super important, but not only important, but are in a very tense, like, exciting, stressful situation. We were kind of like, okay, we'll save that for another episode. Let's get back and check in on the people that are just holding down the fort. So I kind of would have liked to see a little bit more of what happened with Lycos and Chakuro and Oni. But either way, I still think it was very, very good. Like, extremely good. Even though I'm bringing that up as a thing where I wouldn't even call it a negative. It's just like, I kind of would have preferred to see other characters more. But yeah, I thought it was still good. Just good as usual. Really good. It was a pretty sad episode, though. And yeah, I guess that was kind of it. I already went over what I thought was going to happen to Nibi and what I thought of Leondari. So yeah, I just thought it was a really good episode, but I would have liked to see some other characters more. Despite that, though, judging it as an episode by itself, I would still give it a 9 out of 10. 9 emotional backflows out of 10. Backflows of emotion out of 10. 9 out of 10 just because I still think it was a damn good episode, and the production quality is like through the roof for the show. It's just a really good show. But yeah, that's it. 9 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this week's episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it and all that. Subscribe for more Children of the Whales, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk with us all there, just ask and I'll give you one. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.